Hi everybody, hi Tamal. Welcome to our episode 6 post-game show. That's gonna be another review about the episode, but more honest,
Yeah,
more candid,
yeah,
more frustrated.
yeah.
We didn't really like the episode. Yes, Itamar, I'm listening.
Well,
First, we'll say that we know that a lot of people enjoyed the episode, and that's fine. But we're just gonna rant it out. Go ahead.
it sucked. You had the premonition that it's gonna be mindless action, and you were right. Confirmed.
I'm sorry.
You called it.
I'm sorry.
It was mindless action.
Even as action go, it wasn't interesting. As action goes.
It's like we said in the. I am desensitized already. I just learned about this word lately, and I really like it, so I'm gonna say it.
I'm desensitized to this word.
I am desensitized. When the dragons came in episode 4, my nerdgasm was real. You know,
It was one of the best parts of the entire show.
yeah, I wish I did some reaction to that because my nerdgasm was real. It was to the point. The end of they were on their way, Jamie and his army. You didn't really know that it's gonna come. You could have guessed that, but when it came, and then the dragon, it justified himself. It justified itself so much.
But here, watching the dragon killing the whites,
It's like, yeah,
okay.
okay.
And you knew that she was coming because
Yeah.
you saw her coming.
You know she
And
was
you knew
coming.
that she was going to save them. You knew everything.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna watch my reaction video to this episode. I haven't watched it yet, but I was like, okay, now the dragon is coming. Yes. Okay, now this is coming. Oh, the dragon.
We
is
knew
coming
that
back.
because
Oh.
John sent Gendry. Where are they? This mountain. Maybe we didn't say that in the review, but the mountain is like the White Walker, the Night King has this emblem with like pyramid. Maybe that's the mountain. Maybe that's like the holy mountain. I don't
It's
know.
so close to the Eastwatch by the Sea.
It's not. It's the
Supposed to
lands
be-
of always winter. This is Eastwatch by the sea.
And the land of always winter are here.
Is here. So they walked here, and then Gendry ran back, sent the Raven all the way.
And the Raven came
here.
while they were waiting.
And the Raven came, then he read it, you know.
They had an argument.
They had an argument, stepped on the dragons all the way here. There's no Iron Islands, there's no Euron is not here at all, he's, you know, outside of.
And all this is in like one night, the space of one night or something like that.
And the White Walkers, I'm desensitized by them as well.
Yes, and
We saw them, and not only saw them, they buried in their places. You see this guy there? You need to kill this guy. I will do it. I will do it. I was born to do it, and then he didn't do it at the end. And then they all went on the dragon and joined. Instead of just jumping on the dragon, let's get the fuck out of here. He's still fighting.
yeah, I actually thought that he was gonna mount the second dragon.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, that would be good.
If you would have mounted the second dragon. Also, this is like a very old beef, but the way that they depict the White Walkers. Now that now that we become desensitized to that, you see them walking around with their armor. They look just like regular monsters. I don't know, people but blue. When you see the White Walkers in the books, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's something else. It's something else. Like you dread the White Walker. I wasn't dreading. It was like, okay, it was like a manga, whatever TV show. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
and
these are the bad guys. These are the good guys. The good guys cannot die. The really good guys, yet they cannot die. So I was watching it like,
Yeah, me too. The dialogues were unconvincing.
to say the least.
And this is like a rant of what became of the show. Last season we did a dumbed down video.
Our most viewed video
Yeah,
ever, almost 500,000.
Yeah, and we talked about like the show losing some of its, you know, early.
Yeah, luster.
Yeah, and it's not dumbed down anymore. It's dumb. It's simply dumb. It's kind of remind me of True Blood. that was like very decent show and
Yeah, I liked it.
interesting, and like since the season 3 or something, it's
Yeah.
way off, went off the rails and just became like a parody of itself.
Yeah, season 4 I couldn't watch.
And I was invested and bored, so I watched the whole thing. But
What happened?
I don't remember. Really, I didn't
This
care.
died. This
I
died.
really, I didn't care. Really, I didn't care. And it's a shame. The material that they had to work with is so much better than True Blood. Making this show, it's silly now. It's like it's a farce, basically. It's descending into a farce.
But you know who was really to blame? I wanted to mention it on our review. I forgot. Who's really to blame here? Of course, Dan and Dave, because they run everything. They have like ultimate accountability, whatever. But the directing was really, 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 really bad. All the cue music, all the cue slow motion. That's not supposed to be in the writing. And the way that they describe their own writing, it's basically they like when there are battle scenes, they let the directors do their own thing. I'm not sure if it was written that they surround them and then the rock.
Yeah, and sometimes something.
I was really disappointed.
I was
Most disappointed that I've been in any episode. As you said in the review, this was the moment. This
Yeah.
is like the big thing. And okay, whatever, Arya jumping off of buildings, you can forget about it. Say, okay, whatever, I don't care anymore. This is like supposed to be like the biggest thing, the dragons against the White Walkers. And if this was shit, I was frustrated.
Yeah, I was something about this show. In the books, obviously, it's easier to. In the books, it's easier to do that. But something about the darkness. The show is not. It's not dark anymore. It's not dark. The first season, the second season, the third season,
the fourth.
season.
The trial.
There was something dark, something miserable about it. Like you can really feel the world descending into chaos and everything is going to shit. You can really feel like the darkness. Arya is like a kid all alone, and Sansa is like, oh, she's lost in this world of schemes, and Tyrion is bad luck, and Daenerys is
Because
struggling.
this is in the books.
Yeah, the darkness, the depression, the horribleness of the situation, the horribleness of the situation,
And of this world.
of this world. And now, in the most darkest of times, it's not dark at all. They're like, the dialogues are like snaps, and reaction, snaps, reaction.
Yeah. Walk and talk West Wing style.
Mhm.
And it's not even clever like West Wing. At least West Wing, the dialogues.
I disagree because West Wing was shit. But
לא משנה, but still the dialogues. Aaron Sorkin
Okay.
writes a much better dialogue. Say what you will.
and the pacing is like so fast. Clack, 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 clack.
The first half of the episode was super slow.
Yeah.
Walking, walking, talking, and then.
Every dialogue now seems like it serves to just tell the viewers what's going to happen, so there won't be surprised too much, and they'll say
Right.
when they will rewatch it, they will say, "Ah, okay, it was built to," or
Right,
something
right.
like that.
Right.
Like,
It's geared towards show watchers who don't necessarily remember last season or the season before. So it's okay. So they're pulling the dragon. Was there anyone on Earth watching this scene who didn't know that the dragon was going to open his eye and his eye was going to be blue? Why did they do it this way?
I think it was pretty clear that when the dragon fell into the water, I think most people guessed.
But if you're just a show watcher and you never heard about a possible ice dragon, then you don't know. A friend of mine was just telling me that he watched this episode with a friend who's a casual show watcher, and she was telling, like 10 times, oh my god, they're gonna reanimate the dragon. Oh my god, they're gonna reanimate the dragon. Okay, so even she knew before he opened his eye, his eye was blue. Like, yeah, if you're a patron, then you must really like the show.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, were you surprised? You thought it was epic, rewarding,
Yeah.
or silly?
I was at the mall the other day, one of the malls here, and
Okay,
I
that's
went
a very
to.
promising start.
We went to a clothes shop. And
Fascinating.
There was this girl there. She like the seller, and she seems like a regular viewer, like a regular, she said, yeah, of course. I asked her, we talked about my channel. I asked her if she watches Game of Thrones. She said, yeah, of course, everybody watches Game of Thrones. Of course, everybody watches it. So maybe that's the level of the show now. I mean, it's mainstream. It's not for us anymore. Not for the invested viewer, but like the lowest common denominator.
Maybe even a little bit lower, I would say. Honestly, though, I have a good feeling about episode 7. I think that we're going to talk about it in our prediction video, but maybe this will post sooner. I think there is going to be a great scene in King's Landing with 2 dragons and Cersei and Daenerys and Tyrion, and I think that King's Landing is going to burn, and I think that's going to be better. It's not going to be gratuitous because something really meaningful will happen. The city will burn, and you'll have like real drama. That was the problem. Here, there wasn't real drama. When you in episode 4, you had real drama. Now you didn't. So I hope the last 6 episodes of season 8. I hope it's not gonna be just like 5 episodes of fighting the dragons with the White Walkers, and the last episode, whatever, Daenerys and Jon dying, and Sansa ruling, and that's it. I hope so.
I'm choosing to be optimistic about the show.
Yes.
Because I have no choice. But yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a battle between ice and fire.
Another battle.
And the dragons, the ice dragon against the fire dragon.
And the ice dragon, that's also a foreshadowing for all of the dragons dying.
Yeah.
Right? We didn't talk about it in the review. That's like, there's a dragon that died.
Right.
A dragon that actually died.
Right.
So we'll talk about it in our prediction video. Yeah, what does that mean? Like, she was invincible because the dragon. No, you can kill dragons. We saw it also in episode 4. And if you have one ice dragon and fire dragon, then they cancel each other out.
Yeah.
Can he breathe fire though, the dragon? The
maybe
ice
he'll
dragon?
breathe ice because he's made of ice now. So maybe he still has this.
Like, so extinguish the.
Like,
like Harry
frost.
Potter and Voldemort.
Yeah. Maybe we'll frost instead of
fire.
Yeah. In D&D, the ice dragons they fire frost in the D&D universe, as far as I know.
Okay, so we'll talk about that in our prediction video. Okay, so what did you think about the episode? Please be honest, and we'll continue the conversation in the comments. And thank you for helping us reach our goal. We're gonna prepare a plan for the entire year. I'm gonna meet up during that time and shoot videos for the rest of the year. We're gonna add some more stuff, and we're gonna go on. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna expand. We're gonna do, of course, Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire, but also add some more content in preparation for the day after with like Tyrion. We're thinking of the succession. So thank you, patrons. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.